Now, this has been a lifelong debate since the time application for US has begun, wherein people are confused whether to apply for fall or whether to apply for spring. Many times students do ask that, sir, why do people apply to fall more than spring? So the basic idea of people applying to fall more than spring is that let's assume the fact that maximum engineers, like the number of students going to the US to study, maximum of them are engineers. And if maximum of them are engineers, start. And owing to that, they are free basically by June. And the next available semester after that is the August, that is the fall semester. So if anyone doesn't want to waste his or her own time, they plan to go in the fall semester. Some students who are unsure, like they have not planned anything, they are still wondering what to do, what not to do, how to go about it. They take up a break, and when they take up a break, they plan to take up either a 4 to 6 month break or a 1 year break. Now, depending on how much break are they comfortable taking in, that's how they select the semester. So, students who wish to take, who don't want to take a big break, they would like to go for the spring semester. For students who are like, we are okay with a 1 year break, we would like to boost up our profile here by working or doing an internship or courses or whatever, etc. They go for the next fall semester. So, the point here is that the number of people applying for the fall semester are more because technically the courses ending in India are in June. So for them, without wasting time, if they have to go, then fall semester makes more sense for them. Now, again, the age-old debate, fall versus spring. Many a times, you have heard many things that, sir, spring में कुछ नहीं मिलता है, spring में course कम होता है, there are no seats available in spring, there are no universities available in spring, sir, if you go in spring, then we can't work in the future in the US, etc., etc., etc. There are many things that come up. Trust me, very few of them are true. But most of them are not true. Okay, they are not correct. Couple of things that when they say many universities don't have the courses available in spring, I will not say many. I'll say some. Some universities don't have the required course available in spring. They have it in fall semester. But quite a good chunk of the universities, and the good universities, I'm not talking about below average universities, good universities, they have the courses available in the spring semester. The thing here is that since not many people are applying for the spring semester, and if there are some universities who don't have the course available for the spring semester, the net ratio between the number of students applying versus the seats available for spring and fall, it becomes more or less the same. Okay? In fact, personally, we have seen some students who have not been able to get some good admit for the fall semester. They have taken a strategic break of one semester and applied for spring semester. They have received some admit for spring semester which they could not even have dreamt of in the fall semester. It happens. It has happened and it happens. I'm sure some of our past students are here on this page, and if they see this video, they'll identify themselves with this line that I just said. Coming to another point, courses not available. The US system doesn't work like Indian system of an annual pattern. US system works as a semester pattern. So they have a fall semester, a spring semester, and a summer semester. Okay, summer semester, very few courses are available. In fact, many students, when they go for summer, like in summer, they are busy with their internship. So, but in fall and spring, decent number of courses are available. Like spring, agreed. A few courses might not be available, but still a decent number of courses are available in the spring semester. So there is no harm, okay? And generally what happens is people who are going for the spring semester, they don't want to waste another 6-7 months of their life. That's why they are going for the spring semester, and that's absolutely fine. Now it comes to the point where people ask whether getting a job, is it possible or not possible? People say that if you go in spring, we might graduate at a time when there are no jobs available over there. For them, I would like to tell you, you can time your graduation. You don't need to graduate based on strict conditions. You can keep 1 or 2 courses pending, maybe your thesis pending, maybe your project pending, something pending, and you can defer or take the graduation ahead. Like it depends. You can speed it up or you can defer depending on situation. So your graduation is something that you can plan, you can time, and based on that, okay, purely based on that, you can graduate in a time where you know that the job scene is good. And many people do that. Okay, this is not something which is out of the blue from somewhere. People do that. Whether you go in fall, whether you go in spring, people plan their graduation based on the availability of job market or jobs available in the market. Okay. When it comes to fall versus spring, yeah, there is one thing which is true and which is a hindrance for the spring semester. It is internships. In the US, the rule generally states that once you spend 2 semesters or 9 months in the US, you are in the university, you are allowed to work on internships. People going in the fall semester, yes, for you guys, the 9 months or 2 semesters, May is the time when it is done. And generally, maximum internships open in the US are in the summer semester. That is from May to August, the 3-4 months of summer. For people going in spring, your 9 months or 2 semesters, they are done by somewhere in October, November. Okay. Owing to that, for you guys getting an internship in the first summer, that is the May to August, the first May to August that you have over there, the first summer, it is not possible. Yeah, you can do on-campus jobs, you can do research assistantship, you can work under a professor on campus, but internship is something that is not applicable for you guys for the first summer. But for the second summer, that is in the second year, you can do it. Okay, you are done with 1.5 years of your curriculum. You might have 1 or 2 courses left in your schedule, so you can go for internships at that time. There are some companies who do offer a spring, that is a January internship as well. You can look at that. But yeah, it's a hindrance. I'll agree on to that part. That's the only hindrance between fall and spring semester is to do with your internships, nothing else actually. So net, if you look at it, there is not much of a difference between fall and spring semester. Yeah, with regards to the timing of your GRE, TOEFL, GMAT applications, etc., etc., etc. For fall semester, we do plan it early. We do plan it early, as in, I'll give you an example. If you have to go for August, ideally, like let's say for August 2018, ideally by December 2017, you should have been done with all the applications. Ideally, okay. In the case of spring semester, the deadlines have been arranged in such a manner that even if your applications for the January intake are done by September or October, you are still good to go. Okay, you are still good to go because again, the number of applicants applying for the spring semester are lesser. Owing to that, the university doesn't require too much of time to evaluate your application because they have space and time available to do that, and they can give a decision very fast. Okay. Again, personally, we have seen for fall semester people waiting for 2 to 3 months or even more at times to get the decision. In spring, in 15-20 days, they get a decision. It has happened. It has happened and it happens. It's not like it's a one-off occasion. It happens quite regularly. So if you're looking for spring semester, I'll put in a reverse gear actually here. Ideally, you are supposed to fly by last week of December or first week of January. For that to be done, your visa should be done by last week of November or first week of December. For your visa to be done by then, generally it's a 25 to 30 day waiting period for visa. So your I-20 should be in your hand from the university ideally by first week of November. And for I-20 to be in hand, before that you need to send your financial documents, etc. So you need to get your admit in hand by somewhere around mid-October. Okay. And for you to get your admit in mid-October, ideally by mid-September, you should be done with all the applications. And for that, by first week of August, your GRE and TOEFL both should be done. Okay. So if you look at a timeline, by first week of, now I'm taking a front gear, by first week of August, you're done with the GRE and TOEFL. By mid-September, that is a month later, roughly, you're done with your applications. By mid-October, that is roughly another month later, you have your decisions in hand. In the next 15 days, you have your I-20 in hand. Based on that, in the next month, you're done with your visa. And based on that, in the next month, that is by January first week, you are out of here. So this is a timeline that you need to follow. Preparation for GRE TOEFL, ideally it takes 2 to 3 months, in some cases 4 months. So you need to prepare your GRE or start preparing your GRE accordingly. So anyone who is a final year student right now who is appearing for the exam, and actually the timing of this Facebook live session has been kept today because Mumbai University especially, since we are based out of Mumbai, there is a slight bias towards Mumbai because that's geographically where we are located right now. Mumbai University, the final year students, you had your first paper today morning. Okay. So if you are right now thinking that you are not done with the GRE, you are not done with the TOEFL, still can you manage the spring semester? Then answer is yes. You can manage it, provided by the time you're done with after you're done with the B, immediately you take up pull up your socks, get in action, start preparing for GRE, TOEFL applications, you're good to go. Okay. Another thing is, for people who apply for spring semester, ideally, your all 8 semester mark sheets should be in hand at that time. Generally, when you're applying for spring semester, you should have the final degree, not degree, then provisional degree in hand and the 8 semester mark sheets in hand before you apply. That makes more sense because they know for a fact that you're done with your graduation and hence you're applying. Hope this thing helps you. Again, this was all about fall versus spring in a gist. Difference between fall and spring, not much. Only one hindrance in life, that is your internship. With regards to jobs, you can time your graduation accordingly. With regards to the timeline, anyone who wishes to start preparing now and feels whether if they can make it for the spring, their answer is yes. Even if you start preparing another 15-20 days later, still you can make it for the spring semester. No problem. But just that show some dedication and diligence and you're good to go. Again, hope this is helpful and thank you for being here. Thank you.